Hello, and welcome to a daily dose of spiritual vitamin with Bonnie B. Today, we're going to get into the 13th chapter of the book Enoch, and we're going to learn about what happened with Azazel. To recap the last thing that happened, was, Azazel sent Enoch to go before the great Lord, the Most High, and asked him to for forgiveness and supplication for the kids. God sent a message back with Enoch, told him no, he ain't getting nothing. Kill you and your kids. You're gonna pay for this. You committed this sin. There's nothing you can say to that. I will not forgive you. I will not let you off the hook. You shall pay. Some jobs I had to pay, Azazel, you too shall pay. And so shall all your children. Cocoa Bell, everybody's going to pay. Ramil, you're going to pay. Ezekiel, you're going to pay. All those angels who were watchers, taught about the constellations, taught about astrology, taught about the herbs. They gave up all them secrets. They weren't secrets that were going to hurt anything. The point of the matter is, you transgressed and you gave up the secrets. Regardless of how valuable they were, it was the principle of the act that God had no tolerance for. So let's pick up 13th chapter, book of Enoch. And I say let's boogie with it and get busy. Okay? Chapter 13. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, thou shalt have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth to put thee in bonds. And thou shalt not have toleration nor request granted. Thou hast taught, and because of all the works of godlessness and unrighteousness and sin which thou hast shown to men, then I went and spoke to them all together. And they were all afraid. With fear and trembling seized them. See, they knew when Enoch showed up, they were scared to death. Because they knew they were wrong. They knew they were wrong. They knew it. That's why fear seized them and trembling. Because they knew they was getting ready to get their asses tore by God. That's the worst ass whooping you ever get. For God to spank you, and he's with his angels. I've been spanked by God before, and it is no joke. When you don't listen or you do stuff that you don't have no business, and then shit start happening to you, boom, 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 boom. And you can't seem to lift your head up before the next event happens. Disobedience. Gotta pull back the hedges of protection. Let them demons whoop your ass. Because the only thing between you and them demons is God. And they bestowed me to draw up a petition for them that they might find forgiveness. See, even the angels want to be forgiven. And to read their petition in the presence of the Lord of heaven. So Azazel and them wanted, Azazel, Samjaza, all of that legion of angels, them 200. Azazel was the leader. He went to Enoch. Enoch, man, look, we know we messed up. We know we messed up, man. We know it. Look, can you take this petition up there to the Most High and present it, read our petition? Because we know we was wrong, but we just want to plead our case before the Most High. Enoch said, yeah, I'll take your petition, but I'm here to tell you. I'm going to bind you. You will suffer a terrible punishment, Azazel. God has already sent it forth. It's going to happen. Just, can you imagine the anticipation that children get when they know they're in trouble with their parents? How afraid they are when that parent finally administers that punishment? Now multiply that feeling times 1,000,000,000, and that's God. I don't want that feeling. I don't want that. I don't want no parts of that. No. I need to be on the good side of the Most High. I can't do this side. I ain't got enough heart. Okay, verse 5. For from thenceforward they could not speak with him. Wow. Nor lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins. These are angels. Those angels that slept with those daughters, they were ashamed. They knew that they had just did the great abomination. They knew. They knew. Then I wrote out their petition and the prayer in regards to the spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their request that they should have forgiveness and length. And I went off and sat down at the waters of the Dan, and in the land of Dan, to the south of the west of Hermon. See how specific the directions are about where he was located? Telling you exactly where he was sitting at. And I read their petition and I fell asleep. So he went to the anointed place that he knew that God would be. To the valley of Dan. By the waters of Dan. And he sat there and he read. And he read and he read. And he read and he read until he fell asleep. And the reason I'm stopping here is because I need y'all to understand that the same way Enoch fell asleep after his petition, God conversated with Enoch in his sleep. He conversated with Enoch in the spirit state. The spirit state is present when you're asleep. When the flesh is at rest, the spirit can ascend. Think about it. Trying to wake your minds up. Trying to get you to see. It says, and I went off and sat down at the waters of the Dan, in the land of Dan, south of west of Hermon. I read their petition until I fell asleep. And behold, a dream. You think? A dream came to me. Visions fell down upon me. And I saw visions of chastisement. And a voice came bidding me to tell it to the sons of heaven and rebuke them. Understand what just happened there? I need y'all to understand this clearly as I move forward, because these are verbal pictures that God is painting for you. He's saying he took that petition that Azazel and the other angels had written out with their special request of God and for their transgressions and their sins and the things that they had done. They had a petition ready. Enoch took the petition, went to the river Dan, and sat beside it in the land of Dan, at the east of Mount Hermon, where they all came together and made that pact. And he sat there, and he read, and he read, and he read, and he read till he fell asleep. And when he finally fell asleep, the Spirit of God came upon him and started giving him visions and started showing him what God had to say about those petitions. God will answer your prayer, and sometimes God will visit you in your sleep, and God will send angels to communicate with you in your sleep. You're having dreams and things that you can't figure out that may have spiritual meanings behind them. Dreams are God's way of communicating with the Spirit. So don't throw your dreams out the window. Understand what they mean. There are signs and synchronicities all around if you pay attention. And a lot of times we don't pay attention. So we miss them.
1513